Okay, so I have another tier list video for you guys today. And today, we are going to be ranking superpowers based off how effective or practical they would be in real life. Because there are so many powers that I think only work in fiction. If you had to deal with this ability in everyday life, I don't think you would live a good life. Before we begin, I do have a Discord server. You can find the link in the description. That's likely going to be the best way for you to chat with me or send any video suggestions. Like if there's any other tier list videos that you'd like us to do, let me know. We have a small community over there at the moment and it'll be cool to welcome more people. Subscribe to, or whatever. I'm just putting it out there, maybe subscribe. Okay, so first we're gonna start out with super strength. And super strength is not fun. I don't care what anybody has to say. If you're strong enough to lift mountains, cars, etc., virtually everything, every kind of task is basically impossible for you now. Yes, you'd be able to hold back because we hold back in our lives 24/7. But if you had super strength, you would have to do every single task so delicately to the point where it would almost be like you're performing surgery or playing that, what's the game? Frustration? No, what's the game where you play, where you do, it's actually called Operation. Oh my god. Imagine you have super strength and you're typing on a keyboard. You press too hard once. Now your finger is through the keyboard and through the desk. That's so annoying. You and your boy are trying to go for the perfect dap, but this time you swing a little bit too hard. You swing so hard you hit this guy and his body just combusts, or it looks like he got shot with a cannonball. Arm gone. Let's say you're doing DIY and you're trying to fit two pieces together, but for some reason they're not working. So you get frustrated, you look up in the air and shout, and then you blow a hole. Your voice blows a hole in your ceiling because you have super strength. Now you have to drop your entire savings on a new roof. You have super strength. You're trying to give your girl some leisurely back shots. You do one stroke a little bit too hard. Now you just end up compressing this woman, yeah, like a can, or like them on the hydraulic press. That's you. First degree murder. You just folded this woman into nothing. You're there. Your life's over. You're a murderer now. You've made this woman look like the crumple zone of a car that's being tested. What do you do after that? Super strength is only a good superpower, in theory, and that's a hill I will die on. This one is going in not fun at all. I don't care. You can argue in the comment section. Next we have invisibility. And now, tell me one use of invisibility that isn't illegal or weird. I'm waiting because there's only weird reasons why in your everyday life. Remember, this video is about ranking powers based on how practical they are in real life. Why do you need to be invisible in your everyday life? At what point in your life do you need to be invisible? Who are you hiding from? What are your plans for when you're invisible? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Invisibility is only gonna be ranked highly on this list for the freaky dons, okay? Or for the criminals. I have no use for invisibility. It would be cool to be able to go invisible, but who am I hiding from on Monday? No one. So, hell no. Next we have immortality. And this is an easy one for me because it's overrated. Having an extended lifespan would be really cool, but immortality, hell no. Knowing that you're going to be alive so much longer than everybody else is not the blessing that people think it is. I think it would traumatize you. You would have to watch every single person that you love and care about, everything that you enjoy in your life, erode to nothing. Count me out, just walking around like Freerin. That doesn't seem like a vibe. Imagine the survivor's guilt that you would have just watching everyone and everything you care about die for your whole life. Would make you so numb. Would you want to build connections? I don't think so. Would you want to enjoy things? Would you just end up becoming like a husk of yourself where you're not really a person anymore? You know what I mean? You're just kind of like this entity that is one with time. You're just gonna be here forever. That's not fun. Instead of immortality, I'd want invincibility, where I'm still mortal. I will one day die, but I will just live the most amount of life that a person could possibly live, you know? But yeah, immortality, hell no. I personally couldn't do it. I know some of you are gonna want to debate me about where I put immortality because immortality is cool. It is, but I don't think I'm the type of person that could live for 3,000 years. Next we have weather manipulation, and this right here, guys, is a sensational ability. Imagine being able to decide what the weather is like every single day. You can make the weather perfect everywhere you go. And then on top of that, imagine being able to make it rain, but only for people that you don't like. Just a rain cloud following your ops around, giving them a horrible time. They'd think they're cursed. Weather manipulation would be such a advantageous superpower to have in real life. I don't think people actually, it's so underrated. Weather manipulation is so underrated. It's a sensational ability. I feel like the main reason why weather manipulation is an underrated superpower is because when it's depicted in media, it's always quite basic. Like they use tornadoes, thunder and lightning, but there are so many better ways to use weather manipulation. There's so many petty ways to use weather manipulation. You could just be a menace to society. I'll just make it gale force winds, a snow day. Oh, I'd be a demon. Next we have telepathy, and this is what I'm talking about. Telepathy is that's a real superpower. That's a real power right there. Telepathy in real life would be such a great utility power. Like, you'd be able to communicate with people across the room without having to communicate verbally. Imagine you're in a crowded place. Imagine you're in a club and you want to communicate with your boy. You can just beam your thoughts into his head. Oh, it's perfect. And again, this would be even better for people you don't like. You can terrorize your enemies and there's no evidence. You can bully people and there's no evidence. I would have people thinking that they're going schizophrenic. There's voices in your head, my bro. But no, it's me. It's me in your head. I'll be telling you to do this. I'll be telling you to do that. I'd make people think that they're possessed, that there's another entity living inside of you. That's what I would do with telepathy, and that's why it's a sensational ability. With telepathy, I genuinely think you'd be able to take down nations in real life. It's such an, without saying a word, by the way, without saying no words, just thoughts, and just thoughts in other people's heads. I could just, like Inception. I just make you believe shit. Telepathy's goated, man. Sensational ability, if I haven't said that already. Next, we have time manipulation, and I'm gonna need you to calm your freaky ass down, because I know what some of you would do with time manipulation. If some of you watching this video right now had the power to freeze time, I think that's actually scary work, because I know how some of your minds work. I wouldn't use time manipulation or the ability to freeze time in that way. I would do things that make sense, because we're talking about using this in real life. So if I had time manipulation, I'd want to enhance my life, you understand? Let's say I can freeze time. Time is frozen for everybody else but me. If time manipulation worked that way, as in I could freeze time for 5 years and I would still be able to move around and not biologically age, then it's a sensational ability. You'd be able to get so much done whilst everybody, you could stagnate the world and you could keep moving forward. Do you know what you'd be able to do in that kind of scenario? Yes, you would be lonely, but it would be like being in the hyperbolic time chamber. You'd freeze time for, I don't know, a year. You'd make a year's worth of progress, unfreeze time, and it's still the same Monday where you started a year ago. That would be, oh, it's amazing. Oh, that'd be amazing. Even using time manipulation on a day-to-day basis would be such a great thing to have in your life. Let's say you go into work, you're going to school, your alarm goes off at 6:30, you wake up, you pause your alarm, and then you freeze time. You sleep for 2 more hours. For you, you've got 2 hours extra worth of sleep, but it's still 6:30. Come on! You get to work on time, you get to school on time, and you got enough sleep. I genuinely wish that time manipulation was a power that I had, because oh, I'd be so far ahead. I'd be light years ahead of everybody else. But I know some of you watching would use the ability to freeze time just to do freaky shit. And that's why people like you are the problem. Yeah, people like you in particular are the problem. But yeah, freezing time is a sensational ability. Next we have telekinesis, and I think telekinesis would be useful. Maybe too useful, because it would make you so lazy. If you could just move things with your mind, you wouldn't go anywhere. You wouldn't walk anywhere. You do like 50 steps a day, and that'll just be you walking from your bed to the toilet and back. That's it. The way your back would increase, the amount of weight gain you would have because you don't have to do anything. If I had telekinesis, I think I would just get big. There's nothing else. Like, what else can you do with telekinesis? Just move things with your mind. That doesn't advance my life in any way. It just adds a layer of convenience that I think I don't need. I don't think the average person needs. If you had telekinesis and you was fighting somebody, that would be hilarious though. It would be like you're fighting somebody, but you have 2 visible arms and 4 invisible arms. You could just be moving this person around like however you want. Think about it. Imagine fighting somebody with telekinesis. You're just getting pushed and pulled around by nothing. It would be like you're fighting a poltergeist. It would feel like you're getting jumped by ghosts. That's actually funny as hell. Where would I rank this? Where does this go? Because it works. It works. Yeah, that's perfect. Now we have mind reading, and I need to think about this one because mind reading is really interesting. Because on one hand, mind reading could really ruin your life and make you really insecure if you can just hear the thoughts of everybody all the time, every day. Or it would be a massive advantage, especially if you could turn it on and turn it off. If it was on all day, hell no. If I could turn on the ability, turn it off whenever I feel like, yes, that could work. But the possibility that mind reading could be on constantly is a hell no for me. Imagine if you could hear every single thought that people are having in a 10-mile radius. 1, that would be overwhelming. 2, you're hearing too much. You wouldn't be able to focus. You wouldn't be able to get things done. Your life would just become you listening to other people, but everybody's talking at the same time. Because do you know how many thoughts people have a day? And then on top of all that, imagine being in a room full of morons and you have to sit there and listen to the nonsense that goes through their heads and you can't turn it off. That's enough for me. No. Mind reading could be really cool, but it's a no from me. Last but not least, we have teleportation. Guys, teleportation might just be the most practical superpower that you could have in real life. There's nothing better. Maybe the power of probability or the power to like multiply things, but teleportation is up there. We can rank the other 2 I just mentioned another time. Teleportation is something that would elevate your life in every way possible. Think of how much time you spend a month traveling to places. I can't think how great my life would be if I could just be anywhere, everywhere, all at once. I'm like, oh man, I really want to go to Bora Bora. Bow, I'm on a beach. Teleporting to the gym, your commute to work, anywhere. Teleportation in real life would be like having a door, and behind that door is whatever you want it to be. You open the door and it's whatever you want on the other side. I wish teleportation was real. Teleportation is top 2 and it's not 2. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care. But yeah, that's ranking superpowers based off how practical they would be in real life. Yeah, if you guys want me to rank other things, I can definitely do a part 2 of this actually, because this could have been a really long video, but I didn't want to make it super long. But yes, we can do this again, or we could do it as a live stream. Let me know what you guys would like. We can do a live stream on the channel where we rank whatever you guys feel like, whatever you guys would like me to. So yeah, join the Discord, send me some suggestions. You can send me other video suggestions. I know that you guys want me to bring back History's Wildest, which is something that I'm working on. It's in the background. We're working on Pablo Escobar, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, let me know if you guys would like a live stream. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Take care. I'll see you guys next time I upload.